Hi everyone! So probably the title kind of put you off a little bit because like, what do you mean? Like, Amina, what do you mean? And I totally understand and I need you to stick with me. So basically this video is about self-care, obviously. Honestly, I think we've been doing self-care wrong. And the only reason why I say this is because personally I have tried and tested a billion strategies and these are the ones that worked for me. You know, self-care is a huge trend, especially on social media. You know, there's always someone trying to sell something self-care related, whether that's skincare, hair care, or just like mental or physical health. There's always a trend, there's always something that someone is trying to sell on social media, in my opinion. And I have fallen victim to some of those trends. You know, there are certain things that I've done and I'm just like, what? But then there are certain things that I've done which is just like, actually, like, it deserves to be a trend, you know? So self-care, everyone wants to do it, as you should, because it's like the most important thing. But how do you know you're doing it right? How do you know that the things that you're doing are actually having an impact on you? That's why I'm here. Because I have tried and tested so many things that I thought I'd share some of my wisdom with you. I'd share some of the things that worked for me. And again, this is a very subjective thing. So maybe some things work for me and some things don't work for you. These are the things that have largely helped people. You know, not just me, not just like, oh, like one person. Like, I've seen this help multiple people. So without further ado, let's get to it. Skincare. I'm gonna start strong. I'm gonna start big. I'm going to start with the thing that we all have been trying to do, and that is skincare. Now, skincare I feel like is the biggest thing on social media. I always see something or the other happening, you know, whether it's like this toner that goes viral or a serum that goes viral or like a cream that goes viral. And you might be thinking, where do I start? What is this? How do I begin my skincare journey? I started my skincare journey last year. I didn't even know what toner was. I didn't know what toner was, what serums there were, what the hell is hyaluronic acid. I had no idea. Basically, what I had learned is that toner balances out the acidity of your skin, and serums are just like additional things, additional factors that you can put on your skin to kind of help with specific issues. Now, what I think you need to do before you start your skincare journey is you need to look in the mirror and you need to see what type of skin do you have. So there's like dry skin, sensitive skin, oily skin, combination skin. I have combination skin where I have oily T-zones, but then like my cheeks and everything, they tend to get dry. What I started doing was I recognized that I had combination skin, and then I started looking for toners that fit that. So I think I'm currently using the Torrid. I like the hydrating toner, not to make my skin oily, but honestly, like, I get more dry than I do oily, so it really helped with that. And now the serum, it's very targeted. What I like to do is I like to keep it very targeted. Like, for instance, I have hyperpigmentation, and for that you need vitamin C. So I would go and I would specifically get vitamin C. But maybe some things I don't need, you know, like some things, like there's so many things. There's like peptides, ceramides, niacinamide. There's so many things out there. You don't need to put every single thing on your face. So I put specifically vitamin C for hyperpigmentation and for protection from the sun, and hyaluronic acid for hydration. And honestly, those are the only two things I need. I haven't added another serum into my routine because I just like, there's no need. There's literally no need. So I started with that. It's been going good. So I would suggest to get specific serums. You don't have to go with the trending serums. You really don't. Look at the things that your skin needs. Listen to your skin and your body. And the moisturizer. Moisturizer is literally whatever works for you. It's honestly whatever works for you. I'm sure that is the one thing that everyone really has in their routine to moisturize their face and skin. Please do not use body moisturizer. Oh my gosh, I have seen this happen and I'm just like, oh my god. I start crashing out when people use body moisturizer for their face. Don't do that. Let's not do that. Let's be demure about this. And let's use face moisturizer. Because the thing with body moisturizers, they have fragrances, they have like additional things that could possibly dry out your face more, because our face is like, the skin on our face is more sensitive than the skin on our body. But I think moisturizer, everyone kind of has it down. That's what I always see. And then the last thing you need is sunscreen. Please use sunscreen. Sunscreen is not to not prevent you from becoming tan. It is preventing you from getting skin cancer. I think that's better. You know? I don't know. Like, everyone has their preferences. Please get sunscreen. We all take sunscreen for granted. Okay? Let's stay cancer free. How about that? Sunscreen is an essential. I think above SPF 30 you should be okay. I think so. If not, please correct me on this. But I think above SPF 30 you should be okay. You should be good. And then the last thing you should be doing is a face mask once a week. If you really want that added touch of like clear skin, okay? Face mask. Once a week. Just once. You know, and there are so many masks that are literally like 5-10 minutes long. You just need to keep it for 5-10 minutes and you're just chilling after that. That's all you need. You can just like put it, do like something. If you're like trying to fold laundry or something, put a face mask on, do it. It doesn't have to be extremely like, okay, I need to sit, I need to put the face mask on, I need to read a book, and I need to drink tea with it. You really don't need to do that. Like, just kind of incorporate it in your routine. If you're trying to like, you know, I don't know, like, I don't know why folding the laundry is the first thing that is the only thing that's coming up in my head. But if you just need to do something, like sometimes I put a face mask on when I'm just like brushing my teeth or doing like other things. Like, you can just put it on. It's not necessary, but it's an added benefit, you know. It's gonna only help you. And the type of face mask, again, look at your skin, look at what your skin needs. Like in the winter months I like to use moisturizing and hydrating face masks because my skin gets really dry. But then I won't necessarily do that in the summer because otherwise I'll start breaking out. So in the summer it's more like brightening, rejuvenating, all of that fun stuff. Unclogging, because like, you know, you're sweating, you're outside, pores get clogged. That is literally all you need for skincare. That is all you need. You do not need like 500 different things. It's a very simple routine. Toner, serum, moisturizer, sunscreen. That's it. You're good. You don't need like eye serum. You don't need eye cream. I literally don't know. You don't need like microneedling. You really don't need that. You just need these few couple of things. Really look at your skin, really analyze it, and you should be good. Now the next thing. I have tried to debunk this. I have tried to be like, you guys are lying, this doesn't work. And I'm gonna show you how this doesn't work. It works. And that is journaling. Journaling works. As much as I thought my life's purpose was to debunk this trend and to show that journaling really doesn't work, it works. It really works. I was like zenned out when I started doing it properly. But the thing that we all struggle with, or at least I struggled with, what do I even say? And I was just like, my thoughts sometimes go like 100 miles per hour, so I'm just like, how am I supposed to write all of that down? Journaling is whatever you make it out to be. I was getting way too conscious. I felt silly. I felt like, what if someone reads this? But the whole point is that no one's gonna read it. It's for you. Like, you don't have to make it sound like a narrative. You don't have to have good grammar, because I kept like worrying about that. I was like, I'm using this word, this is not right in this context. But you know what, that's just how my thoughts were. It really doesn't matter. It's not that deep. I was making it way too deep. I thought, oh my gosh, this book's gonna be published for everyone to read and everyone's gonna make fun of my punctuation. It's really not that. You don't have to like be like a amazing word choice, diction, syntax. It's really not. No one's gonna be reading it. It's just for you. And something that I started doing was I started like literally every single word that would come up in my head, I would just write it down. So as my thoughts kind of came into my head, I would just write that down. And I think that's the whole point. But no one really says this explicitly, where it's just like, oh, whatever you're thinking, just exactly write that. But that is what journaling is. Like, it was helping me kind of make a physical form of my thoughts. I don't know, like, it's more for you. It's more like your thoughts, your actions, your understanding. Like, it's not really anything else. So exactly what's going on in your head, you're gonna be writing that down word for word, and that's just what journaling is. And what I would do is I would finish journaling and I would just flip the page and close the book, never to be seen again. never to be read again. Because I mean, I realized that I was judging myself. What's more important is that those are your thoughts. You have to write it down so you can kind of get it out of your system. Another thing that I would do while journaling, sometimes you have a hard time starting. You're just like, what am I supposed to say? You know, pop culture tells me I need to start with Dear Diary, but I don't know. Like, what am I supposed to say? How am I supposed to go along with this? So I used to do this like little exercise where I would just start with saying like 3 things that happened in the day that were like notable things, you know? Either it could be a good thing or a bad thing. I even divided it sometimes where I was like 3 good things that happened, 3 bad things that happened. And then I would put a plan for the next day. And that would kind of get me in the zone to reflect over my day. And then when those thoughts started flooding in when I was reflecting, I would just start like beast mode, you know? I would really make sure I would write the plan for the next day, because I'm the kind of person who's like, you know, lying down, like my head's on the pillow, I'm about to go to sleep, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this. Like, I start already planning my next day, and I'm so sure this is a universal experience because I know so many people that do the same thing. And journaling really helps with that, where you're just like, you write it down, and you know that if there's a physical copy of it, you're not gonna forget. And that was my thing. I used to keep obsessing over it because I'm just like, I'm gonna forget, I'm gonna forget, I'm gonna forget. But that's really not the case. Like with journaling, you just write it down. You know there's a physical copy of it. You're more zenned out and you're more at ease, you know? All in all, journaling works. I would really recommend a cute notebook, cute pens. You know, I like to change colors. I have like a lot of colored pens. So each day is like a different color. I would do things to really look forward to journaling. Like, I would kind of create an ambiance in my room where I would light a candle, I would get like a different colored pen. I would like, you know, the lighting would be like ambient lighting or like my LED lights or something like that. Like, I would just turn that on and I would just like, for like a solid half hour, just start. And you know what? After a while you get used to it. You don't have to do any reflective exercises. After a certain point, it comes naturally to you. You don't feel silly anymore. You don't feel conscious anymore. So it's all good. Journaling is not a hoax. It's not a dumb trend. It's there for a reason. The next thing you need to do for self-care: hydrate. Wow, I know, right? So crazy. Hydration is key. 2 liters a day might seem like a lot, but you know what? Like, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. You can do certain things to help you reach that goal easily. Like for me, right? If I have like a water bottle with me, like that's this big, I will spend the whole day just trying to finish that. No matter what the size is of the water bottle, my goal in the day would be like, okay, I need to finish this water bottle. So that would be like the same for like a 250 ml bottle or a 500 ml bottle or even a liter bottle, where I would just finish it in the day. So if you're like me, get that 2-liter bottle. Yes, it is like 10 times harder to carry, and sometimes you just get so overstimulated because you have the bottle, you have your bag, you have like, I mean now it's winter, so you have your jacket, and you literally just want to like throw everything away. You kind of need the water for like, it's the basis of survival. You need the water. I know you're watching this and you're like, ugh, I know. What is this? Like, what is this girl saying that's like so different? Listen, I was the same. I also was like, water. Like, I know I need water. But then I would go and drink like half a bottle the whole day. So what I started doing was I just got those like massive 2-liter bottles, and I just went crazy. And then I started drinking that, and I realized this stuff actually works. Okay, we need water. Like, my skin was clearing, I was like, my metabolism was getting better, I felt healthier, more energetic. I felt like, okay, the toxins in my body were actually leaving. I didn't feel that inflamed all the time. I don't know, there's just like weird inflammation that I always feel in my body. You know those like random pains and that random uneasiness? Yeah, that's probably inflammation in your body. You know, that kind of reduced when I actually started drinking the dietary recommended amount of water. So this water stuff, I think it's good. I think it's necessary. Even like just to kind of replenish your electrolytes, you really need that. which is where the energy factor comes and the metabolism factor comes. It works. It actually works. It's not a monopoly that people are trying to sell to you. Water. Water is key. So far we've talked about physical health more, you know, kind of like skincare. I mean, journaling is mental health, but like, you know, water, hydration. The next two things that I'm going to talk about is more for your mental health as well. It could be physical. It could be applied to physical, but it's more so mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you know, all that fun stuff. So, I have noticed one thing. I have noticed people do this, me being people, where we kind of delay the things that make us happy because we use the things that make us happy as a reward. Maybe that sounded really cryptic, but okay, let me expand. There's something you do that makes you really happy. That could be, for example, this is a very, very, very low-key example. If it's like baking and you really like to bake and you're the kind of person that like, you know, it's therapeutic for you, but you don't do it as much. You kind of use it as a reward. Like, okay, like once I finish this assignment, I'll bake. Or once I like get an A or something, I'll bake this for myself. You kind of use it as a reward. This is like a really super weak example, but you kind of use that as a reward. Yeah, I'll be deserving of the time to bake if I get a good grade or if I pass. Let's not do that. Like, you know, because it makes you happy, do it. We kind of delay our preferences, our happy moments, our like activities that give us joy. We delay that because we feel like we don't deserve it yet. We haven't done anything to deserve it. That's like really bad. You know, like it's not a reward. It's what makes you happy. You gotta do it. Like sometimes I won't listen to certain songs that make me happy because I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's fine. Like I'll just wait for a good day to listen to that song. I really hope I'm like able to communicate this. But the issue is that we kind of use the things, we confuse rewards with the things that make us happy. And let's not do that. If dinner with your friends makes you happy, do it. Regardless, like there doesn't need to be an occasion for that or an accomplishment that you had to achieve to get you to that point. So I think we do that a lot. Let's not do that. Let's not delay the things that make us happy. Let's do the things that make us happy. And let's do it on a regular basis because guess what? We'll be happier individuals if we do that more often. Like I like gardening. I like simple things like making my coffee in the morning or baking bread or doing stuff like that, but I delay it. But recently I've just been like, why am I doing that? Why am I delaying making bread? Let me just go and do it because it makes me happy and it's therapeutic for me. That's how we cope, you know, and that's how we become happier individuals. Let's not feel like we're undeserving of the things that make us happy. We're very much deserving of it because we're trying. Let's do it. Let's make those happy things a part of our routine. And honestly, you will see your life change. You will see everything change. You will feel like, well, life's worth living. You'll be like, maybe this life thing is worth it, you know? The last thing I want to talk about, I would recommend this. Every month, audit your whole life. And maybe you can do this in your journal. Maybe you can be like, okay, at the end of the month, all the things that have happened. What were the good things? What were the bad things? Who were the people that were in your life this month? Was there someone new who came in? Or was it the same people? Did any of those people drain energy out of you? Were any of them negative influences on you? Did they make you feel bad in any way? Were they good influences on you? Did they make you feel happy? Did they make you feel supported? And note everything down. Like, note the people that make you happy. Note the people that make you sad. Note the good things that happen and the bad things that happen. Audit your life every single month like that, where you're like, okay, if there's something negative, I'm gonna remove it. The next month, I'm gonna work to removing this thing from my life. But if there's like something positive, okay, so this thing, I need to, like, if there's a person that you love, but you weren't able to meet that much, you know, in this month, in the next month, you will try to make sure you meet them more often. So it'll be like things like that. You know, you have that reflection and that kind of like analysis of your life. If you do that, you don't even need to be here. Go live your life. You know what? Like, it is such a huge thing. I mean, personally, I haven't gotten to that point. I'm still working my way through this list. But man, like once you start doing that and you actually start doing the work, you start changing little things in your life, you are literally winning. Take it, run with it, because it's literally going to be fantastic. And that, I think, honestly, personally, I feel like that's the key to self-care, because that is the ultimate way you can take care of yourself. That's the ultimate way you can make sure you are being supported, you are able to be your best self, and you're able to keep the best things in your life, and you're able to protect yourself from all the negative things. So auditing your life every single month, game changer. Game changer. But anyways, that is where we will end our video today. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I really hope you guys were able to take something out of it. This is just my experiences, so if you have any other things, any other suggestions, let me know in the comments, you know, and we can start a discussion, because I would really love to know what works for you, because I know for a fact, I have not done everything, and I've literally, this is the minimum to self-care. But thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, I love you already, and yeah, I will see you in the next video.